Howdy, gang. Kingdom Come Deliverance. We're doing this. Last time we made a lot of money. Pretty cool. Now our village is profitable. It's making a lot of money. Not a lot. I mean, we're still in massive debt and we're nowhere near being done with From the Ashes bullshit. But it is profit. Means that we can safely abandon this and go, like, do a story quest or something. And I won't have to fucking cry. We were gonna head over to what's its place anyways, Sasau, to recruit the armor smith since we did that quest and we can just grab the guy now. It'll get us even more money. Suppose we should go do this first. Red A. Steal some jewelry and then we'll hunt, what was it, roe kidneys on the way there. I need to eat, actually. Give me a sec. Get this pot has food in it. Huh. Yeah. Perfecto. Oh, we are your 21st boys today, yeah. I had a feeling I just wasn't gonna have a stream before Nishmas, but got time to squeeze one in anyways, so yay. Figured I was probably gonna miss a week, but probably not the case. That's good, because we got like 2 big games to talk about still. And I'll probably have like another 1 or 2 finished by the next time too. At least 1. I started a few things, but 2 of them should be short-ish. And the big project we're doing now is Ni no Kuni 2, like I said I would. I started a little later than anticipated, but I did finally get around to it, and I'm almost back to where I was. That's good. And I haven't gotten to No More Heroes 2 just yet. I did start it when I finished the first game, but I haven't gone back to that just yet. I probably will. We'll see. See what happens. Because I don't... It's like a motion control game, you know? So I don't want to play that without the TV, and it hasn't exactly been easy to get into the living room this past months.
What the hell was
Still working on Kingdom Battle. I honestly haven't played it in a minute, and you know, guys know God of War took over everything for a while. Now I feel so empty without it. It's so good. I don't know. We might be doing that while we're waiting for opportunities to get the. And I've been meaning to start up Bug Fables again. I pick it up here and there, so that one doesn't require a full restart. But I looked at the achievements and I was like, oh, this map seems kind of small, right? It's only going to be like 3-4 dungeons, maybe. And it'll be over. There's like 14 chapters. I'm on like chapter 3. 3 or 4. Uh, I don't know where the rest of this map's gonna come from, but it's a lot longer than I thought. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like it, it's just the gameplay hasn't evolved very much since I started it. Progression's very slow in that sense. Like, I see big million stuff coming up that will affect my build, but, like, it ain't happening for a while. So you get, like, 1 point in a stat whenever you level up, and it sucks. Why am I still going the wrong way?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, again, the music, it just ain't doing it for me. It's, like, too chill. Imagine if you're in combat and it just sounds like this. Like, relaxing cello, wherever the hell that thing is. It's gotta be some kind of string violin type thing, right? And it's not quite that, but, you know, it's never fits. Doesn't get you amped up ever. My heart rate does not raise. Except when I'm in a boss fight and the shit's actually kind of hard. Yeah, that's my fault because I put on the hard mode badge because the game's too easy otherwise. Occasionally you'll find like a big boy enemy that'll wreck your shit, but you know, normally they're just there to grind. Just par for the course. You know, I don't even dislike turn-based games anymore, but that's still my major issue with them. That, like, every fight isn't super meaningful. And if they're, like, quick, it's not an issue. That's why I enjoyed the Persona, Shin Megami Tensei, whatever. Especially if they give you an auto battle option eventually, but you just can't beat the action games. Anyways, we finally made it to Townburg. After all of those horrible wrong turns. We're gonna go steal Lady Stephanie's box a second time.
Ow! Watch where you're going, you lout. You nearly killed me.
Shut up, I'm your damn hero. Alright, up here. Should not be in it. And I don't think she'd mind having me in. Oh, that might be why I never stole it, actually. Probably in that chest. It could be in this one, too. Or she might have a key for it on her person. You know, just gotta take her clothes off. Ain't nothing difficult about that. Alright, I gotta go pick her puss. Wherever she may be. Or, what are the odds that I pick this and get a level up? Pretty small, right? Fully thought that candelabra was a guard.
Why are you sneaking about like a ghost?
Uh,
God save.
How did you enjoy the race, my lady?
I had no idea you were so talented. Your sweetheart must be the happiest woman alive.
My lady, you see...
Come and see me sometime, Henry. We really need to have a proper talk.
well, that sounded very awkward. She jealous? Slept with me knowing I have a
My
sweetheart?
lady, if I may, I'd like to give you this.
Henry, my boy! Such a lovely gesture. Thank you kindly. They're really beautiful. Take care.
What did I give her? Flowers?
Ah. God.
It seemed that I can't pick her pockets. So that's gonna have to wait. Damn that. At least I know. Give him a valuable barcode. Profits. Row kidneys. And the forest just above here, Avro? Yeah.
Yeah,
Chicken on me.
yeah.
Garbage. Mustache looks a little too well trimmed to be a true savage. Yeah, you gotta have none. Let people know you eat like a savage. Well, it's gotta be all over the place. Right, proper mess. Mine's a bit halfway. I've got the pointy bits all trimmed, yeah. And the sides. That shit gets in my mouth. Man down. Oh, 2 kidneys. Hell yeah. Who'd have thought they'd have 2 instead of just 1? You know, like every animal does. I honestly thought I was only gonna get 1. You know, it's like Monster Hunter where some dragons have claws and some dragons have wings. But they usually don't have both.
Yeah.
I need to go back to that too, god damn it. I bought it to play with my brother and he like hasn't fucking gotten past the first area. He started playing it before me too. He was like, I'm gonna do all this stuff so that we can start playing when we get to like the hard stuff, like when it's at 3 stars or whatever. And you know, I played up to that point and he's not catching up. not fair. Like, if we just played together from the fucking start, we'd have got the same spot quicker. So, I don't know. We might be at the point where I have to be playing the game alone. Takes out, like, a decent chunk of the fun. Not that I wasn't enjoying it. But, like, something like the hunting horn, it's probably not even a good solo weapon. Something that ain't getting used.
Yeah.
It's a baby row. I don't like that I can't just shoot forward. I understand why, and that's cool. But boy, is it frustrating to try and chase these guys on foot. I know, I'm showing bitch you killed your brother. You're gonna die too. The one deer only had one kidney. I was right to think that I wouldn't get them both.
Yeah.
Matter. Get out of here. We need to go like this way to Samotesh.
Yeah.
What do you? It'll take minutes. How long did that hunting excursion take us anyways? We're at 20. Well, under 20. Get a few more minutes. I saw like a corpse,
Yeah.
an armored corpse.
Yeah.
Ali. What are these things? Looks like they're trying to keep the hay dry, I guess, but like for what? Are they drying it out to use as thatch? Is that how that works? Like they're using this to make this? I feel like they should just make one big building and throw it all in there if they're just trying to keep it dry and not like scatter it all over the place. What is this doing? Is the wind supposed to blow it so it gets nutrients all over the grass? They rot.
Yeah.
Yes, how very interesting. It's like where I got my ass fucked. I gotta run away so the horse will spawn behind me when I whistle. Yeah. I love you, video games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, come on. Ah, ah, ah.
Yeah.
The fuck is that? That's a row. That's a row. That's a grave. We made it. Sasa. Woo. Didn't even stop in Samopesh. Oh yeah, we could do that. We're supposed to be investing in the foreman at the church too or something, I don't remember. Gonna get recruited by bandits? That's what the story thing was, we should do that. But we might have to wait till night, so we might end up doing something else. But... you know, whatever. Look at that, actually. You can't beat them. Go to the crimps meeting place, try to find them out from the location. Yeah. Gotta be a nighttime thing. How would they be in the church in broad daylight? They would not.
How are you?
So I got the game.
Excellent. Looks good. Here's something for your effort. And now I've got a bit of a problem.
How's that?
The bailiff came here. Seems someone told him I've been selling game. He started making all sorts of threats. But then I suggested we could come to an agreement. His daughter is getting married, and I offered to put on a game feast for him. So, we're going to need a whole lot of game for that.
Jesus. Oh well, I'll see what I can do.
Boar meat, red deer meat, hare meat. Oh, he just wants all the meats.
God be with you.
Probably his final quest, though. Alright, so we had... this one. Talk to the Overseer and find out what happened to the construction men, I guess. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Eh.
What's that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Overseer. Why is it blue and yellow? Because that's that kind of Overseer, man. Maybe C or D. Overseer's hand. Where are the Overseer's pants?
Is someone there?
Hello? Downstairs? The fuck? Pretty sure this room had like a barrel in front of it or something. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's ridiculous. Who the fuck would put a barrel in front of a door? Just don't let me open the door, come on.
What the hell was that? Damn.
Oh, there it is. Blend in with the shadows.
Good health to you.
Good health to you.
I'd like to look at the place where the accident happened. Do I have your permission to enter the construction site?
And what's your interest in this matter? It's not the first accident, and I'm afraid it won't be the last. These things happen. There's no cause for investigation.
But if the stone was actually poor quality, then there should be consequences, shouldn't there?
Consequences? Yes, maybe. Oh, very well. Talk to the master builder, and he'll tell you more.
Thank you.
But be careful.
I love
Don't
punishing
interfere in their
people.
work and don't get in the way, or you're likely to end up with a broken head yourself. Good luck to you.
Yeah, where are the OSHA laws at, huh? Why doesn't everybody have a kettle helmet? Gross. Just board behind me. Where exactly am I supposed to be going? Is it like a zone? Talk with Master Builder about the site of the... Oh. I was supposed to just go to the site. Are you Master Builder Zamola? Oh, but you look important. Master Carell. Stephen Carell.
Service, Sir Knight.
The Overseer sent me. You're to show me the place where the accident happened.
Like I've got time to spare to show you round. He should have done it himself. Why do you want to know, anyway?
Because of the Talmberg stone. If they really are delivering poor quality material, then there should be consequences.
I'd be interested in what kind. But I'm guessing the Overseer likes the idea of cheaper stone, right?
Hell yeah.
And have you noticed anything else going on?
Of course. It's a construction site. Things are always going wrong. The men are always complaining, and the work isn't being done fast enough.
So it's just like any other building work.
Essentially, yes. Occasionally someone brings in bad wood, or a man cuts off his thumb and blames it on a bad omen, and then there's all these rumors going round.
I'd be interested to know what the men talk about.
Who's been stealing, which men from the monastery go to visit women, how the work's going, normal things. It's only the talk about the curse that's not in the normal run of things. And then there's that devil's skull they dug up.
A devil's skull?
You talked about the Devil's Skull?
I did. They say it was found in the hole dug for the foundation of the scaffolding. They moved it so it would do its harm elsewhere. But I wasn't there to see it, so I don't know.
And who might know more?
Not the rest of the body.
Shouldn't you be investigating the stone? Leszek's in charge of the scaffolding, so ask him if you really have to know. He might tell you something.
Who's stealing? Could someone be stealing the stone?
According to the rumors, everyone, from the abbot and the custodian down to the lowest laborer. It's like with whores and dice. There's no protection against slander. And something gets lost here and there, that's true. But nobody stole any stone. There wouldn't be any left if every man here started helping himself, would there?
Suppose not.
Where's the scene of the accident?
It didn't happen on the main site. It was at the outbuilding next to the church, right under the long stairs before the entrance door. Ask my assistant who's in charge there. You'll easily recognize him. He dresses up like he owns the place. God be with you.
Split up and look for clues. Red Jesus. Red Mommy. And Baby Jesus. Monkey Boy. Really get rid of that marker already. Okay, look around for clues. Ask Leszek about the skull. Skulls. I mean, we're the baddies. Alright, so... Well, it's a bit overdue. We finished it a while ago, I suppose. I just thought that we'd go back and get the second ending, since we're only missing one step. I know how to get it, but anyways... Force of Nature 2, baby. This was... a top-down survival game. And we played in co-op. The whole thing is cooperative. And, you know, it's survival stuff. You make facilities to grind out materials, and you do refining, and you build a little base. So, the base building's unnecessary. Like, you can just place everything on the ground. You don't have to engage with building if you don't want. Just what I did. Like... So I said I played it with my brother, and he was like bitching about it the whole time. You know, I bought it because he said that it looked cool. He was gonna play it, and all right, let's do it. And then he's like, "Oh, it's another survival game. Where are we playing survival games? You said you wanted to play it." He bitches about the nature of survival games. I'm like, bro, you play fucking Warcraft, you play RuneScape, you like these other two survival games? Like, why? I don't know. Talks about like combat's unengaging because you click on the enemies, and that's what you do in Diablo and the other games that he likes. Doesn't make good arguments. He can't elaborate. But needless to say, he found himself being frustrated without, you know, without being able to elaborate. It's just stuff that you would have expected from the game just by looking at it, you know. And he enjoyed similar things. I didn't think that it felt awful or anything like that. And when you look at the reviews, the complaints are very much the same. Anyone who gave it a negative review is like, they're complaining that their survival game is a survival game. They'll be like, oh, all you do is go into a new area, collect new materials to get the next tier of equipment, and then you move on. And like, yeah, that's a survival game, alright? You played Terraria, you played Minecraft, you played Valheim, that's how the games fucking work. Not necessarily a bad thing. Yes, there's constant progression. Is that bad? No, it is work. It's just without a story, I suppose. The work is just work, you know? That's what separates the survival game from a normal game. But, you know, when you play it with friends, it doesn't matter. You're having fun, you've got challenges, you're getting cool new stuff all the time. And the game even does have a story. I said it had multiple endings, even. And you have to, like, dig a little, like, quite literally to get all the lore. You know, take a shovel and find all the secret tablets and stuff, but, then you have to read. But, you know, there are a couple cutscenes. It's an isekai game. You start off in, like, your basement, you fight a fucking raccoon to learn combat. And then you get teleported to the island. So on the island, you just explore for a bit, you make yourself some shit, and then eventually you'll see like a big glow come out of the sky. You can't really see it, but it gets marked on your map. That brings you to like a Stonehenge type thing, except the henges are portals to take you to different environments, and you meet a ghost. And that ghost pledges himself to your service, so like, the one annoying thing that I will say is genuinely a little annoying is that you have to operate all the facilities yourself. Like, if you're trying to build something, you gotta craft rope, or you want to make an ingot or whatever, you have to sit there and operate the machine most of the time. Unless it is something that would reasonably auto-operate, like the level 3 wind-powered mill, or, you know, the furnace. It just melts stuff on its own, but basically everything else you need to stand there and do, and there's even a skill you can level up to increase the speed that happens. But when you recruit this ghost, he is now your ghost slave, and he'll do that stuff for you. And whenever you finish one of the like 4 or 5 biomes, you'll get a side quest to pick up a new ghost, and you'll have more ghost servants. And stuff becomes more efficient that way, as well as, you know, upgrading things, potentially getting things automated. And, you know, automation isn't necessarily as direct as it happens on its own. Sometimes it's just like you set up a fertilizer bin near all your crops, and now they get automatically fertilized whenever you plant, so you don't have to pick it up yourself. You just dump all the shit in the box. That shit came to us, let's talk to him.
What else you, sir?
I heard you found something.
It's true. I dug it up during work. I then ran away with it and got rid of it so the others wouldn't see. But rumors spread anyway.
And what was it that nobody was supposed to see?
What do you think? A demon skull.
Ow, skull.
Here. On holy ground, in the middle of the monastery.
But it was outside the monastery walls.
Where exactly? Is there anything else there worth seeing?
Nothing but scaffolding. We started digging there to set foundations for extending it.
And are you sure it's a devil's skull?
I know what I saw. I can recognize a human skull, and this one had horns, like the devil. Besides, the thing gave off a diabolical stink.
Stinky bone with horns.
And where is it now?
Wasn't a cow.
I was taking it down to the river to throw it in. Only I dropped it at the top of the slope and it rolled downhill. The devil alone knows where it ended up.
Probably at the bottom of that hill.
I'll see if I can find it.
I'll be with you.
Alright, what were we talking about? So yeah, basically there's a magic orb in the center of that circle, and it's missing pieces, and the bosses all have the pieces. So you gotta go to the biomes, get to the boss, kill him, and recruit the ghost if you want. I think you need to have all the ghosts if you want to get the true ending. There's additional steps, but they're part of it. Otherwise, you just have to get all the shards, and then you can fight the final boss. The first island that you start in is just like normal forest, and then there's like half of it's a dead forest with more aggressive animals all over it. You know, that's very simple equipment-wise. You get your leather stuff, some wooden equipment, whatever, stone stuff. But things get a little more exotic as you move on. The second area is like a cannon, and you get like cowboy-themed things, and copper equipment, which isn't too interesting, but you do get the alchemy lab, which lets you start making like dynamite and stuff out of like sulfur and nitroglycerin, whatever, saltpeter shit, whatever. And that enables you to make like battle torches, which do fire damage, kind of cool, and also like a spark hammer that causes an AoE explosion on hit. And that's pretty dope. And like from there, everything has a little bit of exotic weapons from it. They don't carry on to the next tier. Like the copper explosive hammer isn't gonna make a comeback until a bit later. There is a second hammer, but you know, again, it's later. And like the jungle equipment has a boomerang. It's got a freaking triple barrel blow dart gun. And you know, sometimes they return, sometimes they don't. And just like Terraria, you know, occasionally you'll find the ball chain and you'll get the dark one. You might find the blue one. But like, there isn't just an iron, a gold, a silver. It's not for every type of equipment in the game. Which is cool. It keeps you like mixing things up. You have utility weapons that you switch out occasionally. The battle torch is for more than just a weapon too. It's obviously a torch, which becomes necessary once you start going to the mines in the first area. But at the end of the first area, you will find the magic orb, which will follow you around and act as a little flashlight. And there's like a skill you can invest points in to increase the light radius of it, but it also enables you to cast magic, which are also their own skills. There's some utility things, there's like an AoE damage, there's an AoE stun. I think there's some kind of buff that I don't think I invested in, and there's a heal. That's about it. You can also level a thing to like control the orb and make it follow the mouse around so you can use it for ranged attacks, I guess, instead of it just tailing behind you. So I think there's a little more skill associated with like getting the thing that rotates around you to line up with the enemies, then activate it. I'm supposed to be at point C, right? I'm like nowhere near. They didn't need to climb this. He did say we're supposed to look at the stone. I don't know why it went to the scaffolding, but oh well. So... I don't know. I think that you might find yourself getting a little bored before you unlock the magic, just because there isn't much you can do other than click. You don't have any of the more interesting weapons yet, just like a bow and like... You can make a sword, a mace, or a spear, I think. Towards the end of that first zone is when you'll unlock the torches and the hammer, but, you know, those are expensive to make at the time. You're still getting things up and running. Copper isn't, it isn't trash yet. You very much have to work for that. And then you get iron, that as well. Oh, and there was a lot of running back and forth, too. It took a while to get the materials to make a teleporter, but you can place your own teleporter. So that's pretty cool. I mean, you can actually build your base in any of the lands, though it seems like the first main island is where they intend you to have your main base. Like, there's nothing preventing you from building everywhere. It's very flat. Not narrow hallways like the canyon. But the other zones do have places that prevent you. You also have to deal with, like, weather hazards. Because the second zone, I think, was the beach. So it's obviously very hot there. And if you don't wear light equipment, which has a lot less armor than what you've been wearing up to that point, you will lose all your stamina and be unable to attack or anything. So you have to, like, get naked and then fight a bit till you can make the lighter stuff. Yeah, you, like, grind out stuff from the farm to get the cloth and shit you need. Work. It's a little work. But, you know, eventually you get to build yourself back up from that, which was satisfying. You get into, like, the jungle equipment and the tribal gear. Get yourself, like, a cool boomerang and that blow dart gun, whatever. And the boss there was kind of cool, too. He was, like, a pirate guy. But, he had cannons all over his arena. They were constantly shooting you, so you had to, like, stay on the move. Which kind of worked to your benefit, because he can, like, pull out a gun and fucking one-shot you sometimes. Supposed to steal that Necronomicon, aren't I? Do that. Yeah, all the bosses are unique-ish. They all have their own bullshit going on. I think the next zone was the swamp, which you gotta deal with a lot of poison. You gotta deal with the new plant stuff. It forces you to learn more about the farming mechanics, so you gotta, like, breed hybrid seeds and make special plants for the new equipments. The areas themselves got gimmicks too, and aside from the poison, you have to, like, blow up caves until you find the correct path through the swamp. And the swamp, of course, just has stuff using that new fabric that you make from the swamp plants, but you also make jade equipment from mining in there. Pretty cool. And then the final area was like kind of frostpunky. There's a level in Frostpunk called the Rifts where you have to like everything is on little elevated circular plateaus, right? And you have to spend a ton of resources to build bridges to connect them so you have more land to expand from. And this area is exactly like that. It's all cold and you have to build bridges. And eventually you find a cave to lead down to the center of the earth and things get hot. So you have to like whiplash with your equipment. Luckily it does let you set up 3 sets of equipment, so it's not like bad to have all the sets and switch between them like that. But like you gotta deal with both extreme heat and extreme cold. And magic resistance. You start fighting like evil wizards there, so I don't think you can even enter the cave without having some magic resist. Some reason. More reasons.
Apage, Satanas. Don't move a finger. Sir.
You what? Oh god, I'm dead. I'm dead. Well, I know where to go now, so we can get that done properly, I think. How am I still alive? What the fuck? Right, so, the building is like the biggest grind in the game, right? You have to like make these hybrid potatoes or whatever. So you can start making concrete out of them.
Yeah.
And that's how you make like your foundations and stuff. You gotta make all this really high quality wood, and like that's what my brother was doing most of the time. Which is what he always does. It's why I kind of prefer having separate bases, but I didn't see a need to it this time because I just didn't build at all. I was playing the game. Because he was constantly bitching about it, you know? He's like, he doesn't want to build, but he's always fucking building, and like there's no reason to have fucking floors and walls and a roof, whatever. You don't need to waste materials and all that crap, but he always was. And he's wondering why he doesn't have equipment built or why he's not fighting enemies. That's because I'm doing it, because he's not. But like in terms of making new equipment, that stuff's not bad, alright? You get it all pretty quickly. If you just want to go through the game like a Diablo thing, you can. You know, the farming stuff and whatever, that's all kind of interesting, though, on its own. Like, I liked learning how to breed all the things. I liked having to build a greenhouse to grow mushrooms and whatever tropical plants on the mainland. I liked having to build a freaking magic scroll station or whatever to turn my scrolls into books that can be reused infinitely. Because you only get one orb between all the players, you have to like call it from them, kind of like the game Forced. And you need the orb active on you to cast magic, right? So once you get the scrolls, it's great because you don't need the orb anymore.
God be with
The O.
Uh,
And
oh.
I'll be.
and
Where's the?
take care now.
Right, I never talked about the basic combat. I said that you click on the enemies and you do the attack. But, for one, you auto attack once you start clicking. Like, you don't need to keep clicking, which is what my brother thought you had to do, and that was part of what annoyed him. He was just an idiot. But the skills you get, right, they work kind of weird. You invest in block, and what it does is you play a little block animation, and you get a short buff to your armor that raises it by a crap ton, right? So you're more or less invincible for the duration of the buff. And upgrading that skill, it both increases the armor given and the duration. So it starts to last long beyond the block animation. It makes it really weird feeling. But, you know, it works. And you have like a power attack, which you just press the button, it powers up your next attack. You do fat damage, it makes a different sound effect. Feels good. And you have like a berserk mode, which gives you a crazy attack speed. So when you pair that with something that already attacks fast, it feels hot. Yeah, there's like stuff to manage, and you also have a dodge roll. I forgot about the dodge roll. Not crazy useful until like you get to the wizards and you have to start dodging projectiles, but like you gotta physically dodge stuff, which is neat. You know, they're not just like you're not clicking on things and things happen before your attack connects. It's all physical, I think. You have to wait for the animation to go through, and the guy has to be there. So when you fight like a big slow enemy, you can move out of the way instead of using the roll. Prayers haven't started just yet, so I should wait a bit. Down. So the game's pretty good looking, I think. Like, it feels like maybe all our assets aren't original, but they're cohesive at least. Like, they all blend together. And, you know, they're pretty decent quality. I was a little impressed, but again, it's probably stuff that, like, came from the asset store, from what I know. The armor sets do look very unique, though. For what they are. And, like, the architecture is kind of weird, too. Like, you're not making castles, you get, like, these sort of Latin American looking, kind of modern-ish. Very, very stylish, very hip looking. You can make mannequins for your armor, which I always like to see, but what's a bit cooler about them is you can pose the mannequins. You don't usually get to see. You know, in something like Skyrim, the mannequin's just a wooden human with its animations turned off. But in this case, I guess they left them on, and they get to hold a pose. Cooking. I forgot about the cooking. You gotta really engage with the cooking, because that's how you get your health and stamina back for the most part. Eventually, you unlock a potion lab, and that's interesting, because you need to, like, mess with the levels of each reagent used. Like, say you make a potion out of, like, now let's say pineapple juice, or blood pineapples, that's the mixed fruit. And, like, red slime, and I don't know, a ruby. I don't remember the recipe, but you'll get those, and you'll be like, okay, I want 0.9% pineapple juice, and, like, 0.1 ruby, and, like, 0.5 red slime. And that'll tell you you made, like, a medium quality potion, and you gotta, like, mess with those values until you get it good quality. And, you know, that'll just alter the effectiveness. You don't have to get it perfect. You only have to get to, like, above 75% or something to get the highest quality. But, you know, it's a cool little thing. And once you got it figured out, it saves the values. And you just tell it to make the high quality ones. You don't have to do it every time. You don't have to remember the... I just liked that there was more to it than combine ingredients at random as you do in Skyrim. What am I supposed to be investigating? This?
The stone fell on him here. You can still see the marks.
Can't see shit, dog. It looks like a fucking rock. Oh, this must be it.
This has to be the stone that hit him. I'll take a piece of it. Maybe someone will recognize it.
This is a weird thing to compliment, but the achievements are all like memes. So, you know, you get one and put a little smile on your face. You kill the boss of the Frost Mountain, and it's got the horny doggo giving the bonk. The bonk with his club. Or you beat the swamp and you get like a little Shrek. You max out your stamina and you get a little Forrest Gump running. Drinking in church. Probably not a good idea to be in here still, not until they're doing their prayers. So yeah, you know, you got varied environments. You got environmental hazards. The progression of the equipment is like cool visually, and they all have like unique quirks to them. You will end up having multiple sets regardless of stats because of environmental hazards. The game is pretty good looking for what it is. I didn't think the combat was that bad, alright? Maybe it's just me being nice, but I think that you need to have a better argument than what was presented to me in both my brother's opinions and all the reviews, which probably influenced his. But, yeah, I didn't think that bad. I wish there was more magic, but, you get the scrolls and they kind of add a few more spells at least. Kitchen, is it this way? The nefarious librarius. This way, okay. Dun, 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 dun. Up here. Probably gonna make a lot of noise trying to open that cupboard though. Well, didn't see nothing.
You don't belong here. Leave.
Cease this disgraceful behavior.
What's with you?
What's up, brother librarian?
What do I have to do to enter the monastery?
Want to serve God. Be willing to sacrifice yourself and do labor.
And if I do all that?
That's all you need. If you really want to spend the rest of your life in a monastery. Apart from being literate and having a letter of admission signed by the abbot, of course. But the main
That's
thing
the hard part.
is to feel it in your heart. A monk spends most of his time in quiet contemplation and communion with the Lord. Fervent prayer and labor to the glory of all creation.
Hey! Stop! You! Right where you are.
Surrender! You'll have to answer for your law-breaking.
You were seen in the act of lockpicking. If it was up to me, I'd send you straight to the chopping block. You're lucky.
I have a secret task.
Just my luck.
Yeah.
Look, I can't.
My heart.
Eee. Alright. I knew it was a bad idea. Marr. So how do I feel about it overall? Well, I think that playing with my brother may have honestly hindered my enjoyment a bit, just because of the constant whining about stuff that, like, is a non-issue. I guess he wasn't in the mood for the kind of game, but if you enjoy survival games, then you got yourself a survival game. And I think that it's a pretty alright one, alright? Things are a little more involved than you'd expect, but, honestly, I like that, right? When your goal is just to gather materials or whatever, then, like, make it in-depth, Don't make them shitty little mini-games, right? Just fucking smack a rock with my pick, and that's all there is to fucking making an ingot. Make me have to go fucking melt down charcoal, chop down a ton of trees, and I gotta fuel the furnace. I gotta, like, go gather pearls to mix in with the iron to make Damascus. I gotta crush the pearls first. I gotta go to the specific biome to get the iron. Maybe I set up an auto miner eventually. That was all cool. So, the only real issue is once you beat in the game, what do you do? Like, all that effort you put into building that pointless house, there's nothing to it. And again, the buildings do look nice. There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you just enjoy building, but it's like the biggest part of grinding in the game, just getting things to look nice. And that's mildly frustrating. Whoa! They've got me in the pincer.
You're in a place intended only for monks. Leave immediately.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
If you don't remove yourself from the monastery right now, there'll be trouble.
Oh shit. They caught me, okay. Oh. I'm gonna give it like a casual 7, alright? It's alright. It's obviously better with friends, and like this could have definitely been a more enjoyable experience with a less frustrating friend for me. But I do think that it's probably not as... you'd probably have a better time, alright? You make sure that you want to actually play it first, for the love of God. Oh, there was one part of the game that was incredibly frustrating, actually. The side quest to get the ghosts in the swamp. As you interact with statues in a specific order, right? And these statues are all over the entire thing, so you had to like mark them on your map, and then, you know, there's like 6 of them, and if you get the order wrong, you gotta start over, so you gotta run across the entire map, interacting with all of them to figure out which one might be the next step. And you gotta do this how many freaking times before you figure out the correct order. And you know, that was awful, especially because, as usual, my brother was off building the fucking house. Instead of, you know, being on like the second half of the map so we could speed things up by literally twice as fast. I was off doing trial and error alone. And it's not like there were hints to make it go better than trial and error, that you just had to do it that way, you know? The first area had something similar, where there were like these 5-piece stone things on the floor, and they'd have symbols of materials on them. And there's a maze, and you follow the maze out to one of the 5 points to find the material. And like, you needed those 5 materials to do the final puzzle. But, you know, the issue is, 1, locating all the stone things. And 2, figuring out what the fuck the materials meant, because they were like these crude drawings that were like what you'd see on a cave painting or something, you know? So what ended up being a pelt, what I thought was an apple. And like, I couldn't figure out what the water was at first either. Some of them are obvious, like the feather and the egg, those are figure out.
Hey, you! Don't move a muscle. Surrender. Hey, you!
Son of a bitch, every goddamn time, man. I'm trying. I wish this game had like a proper disguise system. It'd be easy to just knock one of these monks out, take their robe, and be sneaking in their quarters. I don't think it does. But maybe it does. Maybe I should try. Myself conspic. Yeah. Alright, time. I guess that's all there is to say about it. There's probably more. There's always more. I always end up missing stuff where I'm like, oh, I forgot to talk about that thing. Like when we were talking about God of War last time, totally forgot to mention the shields. You got shields, bro. I ain't gonna talk about them now. And it just really goes into, you know, emphasizing how much build variety there is in the missed opportunity. Um... was the other thing we played. I knew one of them was gonna slip my mind, and it was Force of Nature, and then now I've somehow forgotten the other game. Ah, there we go. It's Disco Elysium. I finally played Disco Elysium. I had that in my library for like a year, and I just never touched it. No, Disco Elysium was a very weird game. All right. Some people call it like an RPG in the truest sense, in that you're just doing all dice rolls. There's not any actual combat or anything like that. You level up and then you get like weird social skills. The skill tree, I mean, we have a long conversation about it on its own, but like the skills themselves are like little bits of what are just general stats in other games, you know? You'll have agility, and it'll be stuff like your hand-eye coordination, your stealth abilities, called like savoir-faire or something, some French.
Leave immediately.
Be quick about it.
If you don't remove yourself from the monastery right now, there'll be trouble.
And knock this sucker out.
Hey, you! Halt!
Ah! Come on, man. Oh, that's the wrong one. I always do it. Yeah, you'll have strength, and that'll be like pain threshold and like physical instruments. Or I guess that'd be more like a constitution stat. It also includes like electrochemistry, which is your ability to handle drugs. And basically all these do is add like a little modifier to your dice rolls. So you roll 2 6-sided die. If you get 2 1s, it's a failure. If you get 2 6s, it's a win. Otherwise, you have to beat a number check. And, you know, these tack on points to your number checks. But a possibility of a failure or a success is always there no matter what. So when you try to do something that seems utterly ridiculous, like maybe trying to get a locked door to open by talking to it with your persuasion skills, it's very possible that that may actually happen. You'll be told by everybody that there's nothing behind this door, and being told that information might even add a negative modifier to this dice roll. But if you somehow get that critical success, you may find that there is someone inside this locked room. Stuff like that happens all the time. So you play a detective who is like a drug addict, I guess. Apparently his wife left him very recently, and you know, he hasn't been in a very good place. So he went to the scene of this crime where a guy was hanged and went on like a week-long bender and completely forgot who he was. He has amnesia. He doesn't even know he's a freaking cop anymore. He's freaking hungover as shit. And that's where the game almost starts. The game actually starts with you in the void, trying to forget about reality. And you can get like a game over there if you just choose to not wake up. But you do wake up and you find yourself fat, hairy old man in his tighty whities sitting in a pile of vomit and beer and whatever. You can't even recognize yourself in the mirror. Your character portrait in the corner is like a weird mess. It looks kind of scary, honestly. But you know, even like some small things like that can be corrected with a dice roll. You find the mirror, you wipe the steam off it, give yourself a little positive modifier on the recognize yourself check. And then, you know, you just might see what your physical form is, making a horrible grimacing expression, and your face is frozen that way. Though probably the hardest check in the game is to get your character to stop making this expression, because it's a part of who he is. And so when I disagree with the idea this is a role-playing game in the truest sense, it's because you play a character, you know, you aren't your self-insert. This guy has a past that you can and probably will fail to dig up, but you can dig it up and like re-become yourself. And you know, you just can't fix this man's problems. Everybody's going to call you an alcoholic. Everybody's going to say you're a drug addict and criticize you for you know, telling them not to do drugs if you're trying to turn this man's life around like I did. You're going to be an out of shape ex-gym teacher, and you're still going to be a detective even if you don't deserve the title. But you still got to solve this case. So yeah, with that whole hangover thing and your stats being low, like your whole first day is pretty horrible, honestly. Like it's funny, but you're gonna fail almost everything you attempt to do. And when you meet up with your partner, Kim, he's not your partner, but he was assigned to you for this case specifically. You guys have never met before. He's judging you the entire fucking time. He has his own issues, but like he's too good to you, honestly. Kim is your best friend, all right? You love him. He's a great companion. He's like very boring, but he's trying to be cool, and that's like adorable. I got the book I needed, right? I took Necronomicon 1, but do I need both? Get the book Necronomicon. What is this? Oh. I think I need that for a different quest, honestly.
What else?
I heard you.
What it? No.
We've been through this.
And
watch over you.
Yeah, you might get lucky on a couple things your first day, like I did. Like, despite... I tried to make my stats very similar to what mine are, IRL. So, you know, my character had, like, high intelligence and low physical stats, and, like, abysmal hand-eye coordination. But despite that, I managed to get a lucky shot and get the body knocked down, which let me do the whole autopsy on the first day. Which actually went pretty well because of my good perception skills. And Inland Empire, which is like your imagination, that helped me get stuff done. I like had a conversation with the thing's ghost. Combining that with the Shiver skills, which lets you do supernatural stuff, I guess. That was basically the only good thing that went on for that day. However, it's a good time to talk about how time works in the game, because it's weird. Walking around, time does not pass. It only passes during conversations, or when you do dice rolls and stuff. Which means that it's only going to pass when you're doing meaningful stuff, but when you get into something long, like that autopsy, you're going to waste like your entire day doing it. And that means by the end of the first day, I went and had a conversation with Kim. He's like, oh, we didn't talk to any of the people we were supposed to talk to. We did get that body down, that was good. But you also just left it rotting on the ground. Because I didn't have time to get access to the fridge. Which you have to go through a whole ordeal to get it to. So you can store it for later. You can cart the body off right away if you want, but I could tell that there was something more to it, and it was a good choice. Anyways, things start to go a little better as you level up more, and, you know, you just start getting things done for once, but you still get used to failure pretty quickly, and it's a good thing. Because the game can totally go on whether you succeed or fail. And they really hammer that into you with making success so difficult in the first couple days. And, you know, I think that that's very interesting. It makes the game worth playing on its own. However, what ultimately disappointed me about this is that basically nothing that you did mattered. Almost the entire second half of the game, like the second island outside of the crime scene area, that's like all optional. You don't have to do it. You have to do like one thing over there. So you can waste like a day or two on all of that and miss out on actual stuff related to the investigation like I did. Because you also have like a hidden timer as to when shit's gonna hit the fan. That happens sometime on like day 4, I think. So I was on my way back to tie up like the last loose end I had side quest wise, and it was part of the main investigation. And I ran into the final confrontation. I was pretty pissed because there was nothing I could do after that. Because of the way time works, there was no way for me to pass time in the overtime day and get the actual job done. There is normally a bench that you can sit on to pass time if Kim isn't around, but because it's the final day, and there was no way to send Kim away, and that was the whole issue. But again, it did not matter. Nothing you did mattered because the guy who did the crime, nowhere in the main game area. You have to like do a fucking dice roll and get this shit figured out, and you find out it's all completely unrelated. I would almost call it an accident, but it was not. Everything seemed very politically charged, and like this was technically related on that front. But it was fucking weird, alright? There was one major payoff in that one of the side quests I did to hunt down a cryptid totally worked out, and I encountered this cryptid, and it was really fucking trippy. Came out of nowhere. I was not expecting it to happen, but it was a really cool thing. And it somehow worked in my favor, because I guess regardless of how the investigation turns out, like, you might not solve the case, and that's fine. The main goal, I guess, is to recover Harry's memory, maybe. You don't even know your name. I'm sorry I spoiled it, but you are Harry. One of the characters you talk to will call you Mr. Dubois, so that's what you got, your Detective Dubois. I didn't know Du Bois was pronounced Dubois. But every time I've ever seen it, everybody has said Du Bois. Yeah, you know, obviously the case closes, you gotta go back to work. And everybody is just really worried about you because you have fucking completely lost your mind. So it comes down to, like, Kim's final assessment of you as to whether or not you're gonna get a good or a bad ending here. It has nothing to do with whether or not you solve the case, but solving definitely helps. It says that you're the best detective you've ever met. He talks about how you are politically. Talks about how much of yourself you remember. Whether you're a good or a bad cop. And you have, like, stats on the pause screen that have all this stuff. It'll tell you, like, how much of a communist you are, how much of a moralist you are, how much of a fascist, a feminist. You got all these different capo types, how good, bad, aggressive, boring. You can be like an art cop or superstar cop, and all these things, these are like thoughts, right? You say things and they put thoughts in your head. You get enough points in that thought, you'll unlock a thought that you can research. And these are kind of like the perks in the game. You have like a cabinet of like, I don't know, I'll say like 9, maybe 10 thoughts, and they give you like a buff or a debuff while you're researching them, and then once it is internalized, you get like a permanent stat benefit or maybe some new mechanic, like clicking on bubbles will give you experience or good money or something. There's a lot of these. It's very unlikely you'll unlock all of them in a single playthrough. But what's interesting is once you have unlocked the thought, whether you've researched it or not, it'll like unlock new dialogue options for yourself. Like, once you said enough communist things, you are now officially a communist, and those options will come up in other unrelated dialogues. I became a hustler long before that, though, so I came to a lot of ways to make money. My ass was broke the whole time, but I bought some sick drip. Drips. You get new clothes that affect your stats. They're actually incredibly important, because leveling up happens very slow at first. And very often, you go to a store, you'll have like a roll to find something that's more useful than what's available. So being perceptive was very helpful with that. Getting more bang for my buck. Is the skull in the water, maybe?
Sakra. It's hellishly deep here.
You can't swim. So, again, basically nothing in the game was actually related to whodunit, and the case is secondary. It's just like talking to people, right? You get into a lot of high concept arguments about like the cool state of this world and what your situation is, what is reality, what's even important anymore when you've lost everything. Does who you were before even matter anymore? Do you need to be a new man? I was trying to be a superstar because I was a fucking loser the whole time. But because of all of that, sometimes if you're just having one of these high concept conversations, like you talk to a guy and he'll explain racism to you for like 20 fucking minutes. And it is fictional racism, alright? It's not like it doesn't have any bearing on our world. But he explains like eugenics-based bullshit to you, and if you listen to all this stuff, you will become a racist no matter what. Like, you get the thought, and that kind of sucks that people say I'm slightly racist now in the game. But, you know, the game's totally willing to explain all that shit to you for 20 fucking minutes and, like, put you to sleep because it is really boring. And other times, you just have, like, other pointless bullshit, like you talk to the drug addict kid Kuno. And he's just like, oh, what the fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno fucks. Get lost pig. I threw a rock at him. I smashed his skull in. Big I did. He is just completely incoherent. You can get some good stuff from him. Like, he's a little useful. And I think he does eventually give you a hint if you get some good rolls. But, like, there was just so much time wasted talking to Kuno. And the racist guy, too. And remember how I said the final thing comes down to Kim's evaluation of you? That's if you're lucky. Kim can, like, get shot and get taken out of commission for the final day. And guess who's your partner then? Fucking Kuno. So he can actually become a junior detective, apparently. Which I didn't get to see, but, like, being nice to this drug addict kid is what's going to decide your fate if you really mess up. Which wouldn't have worked out well for me, because I, like, confiscate his speed and his meth. And I raided his kingdom and told him he was fucking lame for playing with bugs. Dude, where is the skull? Just gonna look it up. I don't even care. Kingdom come. Leshek. Skull. I mean DNS probe. I didn't go to no website. I just Googled the thing. Come on. No. House of God skull. Go with that. This man is at the docks. And he's looking at the basket that we opened. The thing. A little bit over. There it is, hidden in the darkness. Okay. Wonderful. Oh boy. We good. The stream running. Do I have to upload this after the fact? That's not good. As I'm reconnecting, you know what? That's probably what the DNS probe thing is. I think my internet went out, dog. Sucks. And it's obviously, wait, no, it's because I was using my phone and it's probably using my mobile data. Oh well, not like anybody watches anyways. Just fooling myself. Okay, so, you went in here, you walked past this, into this little thing, and like over here-ish, hidden underneath all this brush, the skull. It does have horns. Huh. Wasn't expecting that.
It looks genuine, but I'm not capable of judging.
You get something to eat. What were we talking about? We weren't talking about anything. It's all fucking nothing. I don't know, man. The game like bullies you at first, and then you start getting stuff done, and it like didn't even matter in the end. Like, I was feeling good about it until I got to the end, and then I was like, "What the fuck? This whole thing was like a waste of time." I mean, again, it was a unique experience, and I think it was worth playing. I liked most of what was there. I had a fun time. I just sold. The payoff was such a letdown. At least one of the biggest time-wasting side quests ended up paying off with setting up the nightclub. You have to like find parts to make the music more hardcore, which I did because I'm an artist. I'm an art cop, so I had to find the art's better or whatever. And yeah, basically you end up creating a fucking fat-ass gem. It also ties into, like, the coolest part of the world, which is, like, the supernatural thing called the Pale. Kind of like an all-consuming void that exists in between realities. Or how do I explain it, man? So the ocean exists, right? But only around land. When you get to, like, the deep ocean, there ain't nothing there. That's the Pale. It is literal nothingness, and it's also, like, radioactive, I guess. And people make, like, special ships that go through it, and they'll poke through to, like, other parts of the world near land, and those are, like, those are called insulas. So, like, these areas are completely isolated from each other, more or less. The Pale travel is very dangerous. It's not something people like to discuss because it is spreading. And it seems like the world is going to be consumed by this crap at some point. Which is where the name comes from, Disco Elysium. Disco is all about, like, living in the moment. Because there is no fucking future. Everybody's afraid of atomic bombs or whatever, in this case, the Pale. So everything is very disco philosophy. Yeah, the world is really cool for what it is. I would like to see something else set in it, but it seems that's not going to happen because the studio had a breakup, I guess. Maybe something to do with the publisher, but they're not together anymore. It's very unlikely you'll see a sequel. I just don't know how I'm supposed to feel about it overall. Like, you just playing the final cut, right? It was all voice acted, and that was cool. So like it went a lot quicker than if I had to read everything, TBH. But if it was not voice acted, I don't know that I would have necessarily been able to get through it all with how long and how much fluffy bullshit there is. Like, I'd be skipping things, and I'd end up just skipping important details. Would have definitely hindered my enjoyment. But the final cut exists, and it's good, so do that. But then, like, again, the whole thing's a waste of time, and, like, I feel like I maybe ruined the entire game by saying that. But, like, you're gonna be equally let down by the end regardless, so, like, maybe I saved you some time, I don't know. I think that it's a worthwhile experience, but I don't think that the story was good. I just think that it's a mechanically interesting thing. And, like, discovering just things about the world as someone who doesn't know shit about it, it's interesting. That's the whole intrigue of the game, just discovering stuff about things, but not necessarily the story itself. Oh, you know what? I'm supposed to go to the church and meet up with the guys. That was the whole point of what we were doing. I was about to go to bed to pass time, but we can do this instead.
Yeah.
So, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, again, I just don't know how I'm supposed to feel. Like, I feel like you have to be a very specific kind of person to enjoy this, kind of like Death Stranding. And I don't know that I am that person. I did enjoy it, but, like, I don't know that you would enjoy it. So, like... I don't know, man. I feel like I gotta give it, like, a kind of a low score despite it not totally reflecting my enjoyment because of, like, just a major letdown from the story taking a point. And like, disrespect of my time. It's, like, another point. It's, like, the worst thing a video game can do. Especially one that took me so long to play. So, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm giving it a 6. It does have that Fire Ash jam, though. Look up the fucking church club music, whatever. I don't know what it's called, but that's, like, driving music. It'll loop infinitely. I don't think I was supposed to come here dressed.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in
Amen.
heaven. What?
So, you've been looking for us, eh? What is it you want?
To beat ass and get paid.
I hear you.
And we're not gonna reconnect, are we?
People talk.
Well, that's a pretty tale. But no one in any tavern told you to come here and wait, did they? So let's have it. Who told you?
I don't recall his name, but he was one of your friends. He said that he couldn't take me straight to you, that I had to go through the church.
He was right about that. But he still said more than he should have.
I know my way around. You won't go wrong with me.
Spare me the boasting. I've got a test ready for you. Let's see how you handle it before you tell us how wonderful you are.
What test?
Nothing complicated. We used to take anyone who looked like they could keep their head on straight. But not now. Now you can only join if you do what we tell you.
Which is what? Steal something?
Nah, not theft. If you want to join us, you have to kill Pius.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi is out. don't know what happened, man. That's kind of messed up. No internets. Maybe I have to restart the router, but whatever. What do I care? We'll just keep streaming. We'll keep recording, and we'll get uploaded after the fact.
Who's Pius, and why should I kill him?
That's none of your business. But I'll tell you anyway, because it's an instructive tale. Pius was one of his, but he fucked up.
Oh, you don't fuck up.
Yeah, that was part of it. Stole some money, ran away. A few boys died over it. Showed a distinct lack of loyalty. And as soon as he's dead, you can join us.
Who's Pius, and why should I kill him?
That's none of your business. But I'll tell you anyway.
How?
Yeah.
I have to find him first.
You don't need to find him. We know where he is.
Then why haven't you killed him yourselves?
It's quite a test. He's hiding in a monastery.
With the stable boys? It's not hard to get into the grounds.
No, not there. Well, he would have been dead long since. He's in the, cloister, or whatever it is.
But only monks can get in there.
Just monks and Pius. He's an educated bastard. Seems he used to be a priest, but it didn't quite work out.
Should I just get rid of the chat box? Yeah. Do that. It's too distracting when it's white. No, it says my Wi-Fi came back. Maybe we're good. I don't know, I'll give it a few more minutes, dog.
Murder someone in a monastery? Have you gone mad?
Murder's a sin as it is. Doesn't really matter where you do it.
Yes, it does. I'd be spilling blood on hallowed ground.
Well then, knock him senseless, drag him outside, and finish him off where it's less sacred. I don't give a damn where you do it, just as long as he ends up dead.
Oh, that's fair.
How will I recognize Pius?
He won't have been there long. He should be the only new one there.
But what if there are others? What does he look like?
Normal. He always went about well dressed and had a fine looking dagger.
Yes, except he'll be given a robe and they'll take his knife.
Then you'll have to try and figure out which one of the novices it is, and get him to betray himself. Try getting him drunk. Then send him straight to hell.
Get him drunk? In a monastery?
Where better? There's more wine there than in the royal cellars, and I doubt he suddenly stopped drinking.
And how am I supposed to get into the cloister?
You'll think of something. Maybe there's a secret passage. I've heard there's some cave underneath. The cave of St. Procopius. There might be a way into it from outside.
And do you have any other ideas besides secret passages?
Well, there is this one fellow been hanging around the taverns. Supposed to join the monastery soon. Might be he could help you somehow. I'd try talking to him if I were you. And if he doesn't help, knock him on his ass and take anything he's got that you could use to pass yourself off as him. A letter of admittance to the monastery, or whatever.
Alright, and so we're at that part of the game.
Fine. So I've got to kill Pius. He's in the cloister, and to get into the cloister, I'll need to enlist the help of some boy who's joining the order, right?
More or less. And now the main thing.
The main thing is
you could sneak around and do it, but like, I'm gonna have to murder all the monks. I need to talk to them. You can't do that stealthily.
Gonna break loose in the monastery after the murder. So, either make sure nobody finds him, or hightail it out of there quick as soon as the job's done. But better if they don't find him right away.
And what else? Should I come back here afterwards?
No. Before you run for it, take his special dice and bring it as proof that you killed him. And if you can get him to tell you where he hid the coin, bring that as well.
Bring his dice and the money if I find it. And where should I bring it?
From the monastery, head east across the river. There'll be a swamp where you'll find a fire pit. Go there at night and light a fire. Make it nice and big and we'll show up. Take the dice and the money, and then tell you where to report. Got it?
Right, I'm to slip into the best guarded place in the entire region and kill someone. Take his dice and money, and then go to the swamp and wait by the fire.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Well, you can at least say a few Hail Marys for me. I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
And remember...
Hey, it came back,
keep
hell
your
yeah.
tabs. So don't you try to run off, alright? Good luck then.
Right, so this is Operation Stealth Monastery. Shit's difficult. If you haven't leveled your social and stealth skills, this part is gonna be fucking rough for you. But we are at liberty to do it, I suppose, because we get all that money. We should actually recruit one of the armor smiths before we enter that, but now I think we're going to get a bed for the night. Continue on from there. Witch people, you didn't miss much. We found the skull. I watched a video. It was just along the river, under a thing, hidden behind some brush. It did in fact have horns, but we have not gotten to investigate yet because it is night and that guy will not be around. And then we went to the church. They want us to go murder a guy who's hiding in the church. And that's what we gotta do. Are we gonna murder him? Probably not. I think our speech skill is high enough to convince him to run away or something. But other people might. Who knows? And she was trying to figure out who this guy is because they don't have anything other than that he had a nice dagger and he looked normal. But he's gonna look like everyone else and not have his fucking knife in the church, so that's useless information. Also, like, search his belongings. Then we might find something. I might be able to do. I just have to get my hands on lockpicks. If I'm in there. Where's the innkeeper? Hell? I don't know who either of those people are. Maybe they're the monk. Bro, do I seriously gotta sit on a bench and wait? Guess so. I'm sure we have a book to read. Okay, Grasses and Herbs 3. I probably can't read it, can I? Anatomies. Role of Saint Nicholas III. Frictions is a phenomenon that arises when one body in motion in close contact with another body. Work necessary to overcome friction creates heat. So, like, who is Saint Nicholas? I don't know much about the man, just that he's supposed to be who Santa Claus is based off of. Is he like a reverse pickpocket? He's a saint, he couldn't have done anything bad. Yeah, here he is being the thief skill man. Like the sneak king. Alright, I guess we're reading one of these other books. Try on Adamites. On Adamites or naked worshippers. A burp. That was a big burp. Okay. In the year of our Lord, 1259, a new heretical sect did come to Bohemia and settle amongst the people. The Adamites, or naturists, traveled through the land at that time, exposing their backs. They did roll as pigs in mud and beat themselves with canes, and through the land did proceed with their nakedness and shame for all to see. There is no shame. You're proud of yourself. You're walking around naked. You have no shame. They spake evil of our fatherly pastors and the word of God when they proclaimed that our devotion to God and our atonement be of greater worth than your praying. And they did press for the Holy Mass to be done away with, for it was their belief that every soul could find its way towards the Heavenly Father without the Holy Church's guidance, and that's true. And when the common people and lords alike did see this, for they were ignorant of the knowledge that it was the devil's hands that led the Adamites. Oh, Adamite like Adam and Eve, like they're naked because of they're not wearing clothes made of God's creatures. Come on, what could be more holy than that? It wouldn't be Evites because women are bad. They did join unto them in great numbers, and backs did beat. Even the women did avow themselves to these unclean deeds. Unclean deeds to punish yourself? We're all suffering for their sins. The original sin. Had they desired to make their lives right with God and atonement therein received, they should have turned to the priest. But what, pay them money? The nature is guided by the devil, Lucifer. Fuck off, fuck off. Did endeavor to replace the Holy Pope on his throne. Naked Pope, hell yeah. Get Muscle Pope on the scene. Pope Francis, more like Pope Chad. When this news was heard in the holy city of Rome, an army was raised to smite these heretics by sword and by flame, for they were indeed nothing more than heretics. Suck my dick, these people is alright. I don't really care for nudism. I think that clothes are cool, functional, and, leaving a little of the imagination's a little hot. But, whatever, they do them. Oh! Fresco Master. Okay, so what the heck am I doing? Where is the knacker? The knacker. Probably should have stole that while it was night. Oh well. Can't be that hard. Can't be that hard to get.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, above me. Perhaps below. Probably below. Might even be on the guy. Alright, let's get naked. Why his name Punch? Oh, doors open down here. Whoa! Taylor Amrose. Uta?
Good day to you. What do
Uta day to you.
God be with you.
Look out.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be stealing. Probably in the man's pocket, though. Ran off, though. This is perfect. Brocade. Oh, I got his keys, so I guess that means I can just come back at night and take whatever the fuck I want. It's gotta be in that box.
What's it to be?
Hello?
Hey! What the?
Alright, we'll worry about that later. The knacker is on the move. Is this him? The guy who carries the shit?
I'm glad to see you.
I found this skull. People are saying it's the skull of a demon, but I don't know.
It certainly looks like it, with the horns and all. Well, let's see. Those are deer antlers that someone's fixed to this human skull. It's not a devil.
Cover up the theft.
It's a bit of devilry.
I'm glad to hear it's not the real thing. Someone must have put it there deliberately, knowing that's where they were due to dig.
And they put a lot of work into it, too. The horns are held on tight, even though it was lying in water. Whoever did this was skilled bugger, and no mistake. I'll see you later.
Lean, fatty, marbled, meats of all kinds. Fed up to the back teeth with it all. Or what? All this constant fear of some cutthroat will jump me out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Put me clothes back on. Which noise to make won't matter in the dead of night. All I have to do is open that box.
Yeah.
Let's see if investigating the skull gives us a solid bleed or not, because I don't think there's anything wrong with the stone. It seems like somebody got fucking murdered. If that saves me a trip to Townburg, then that's great.
Ah! Are you blind, for Christ's sake? There's people walking here.
Hola.
You know the head they found near the scaffolding?
What about it?
Someone put it there on purpose. After they stuck horns on it to make it look sinister.
What a ridiculous thing to do. Who's responsible? And where did he find the skull?
I don't know, but I'll try to find out. Have you seen Leszek, the scaffolder?
I saw him. What do you want with him?
I want to talk to him about the head he dug up.
Really? That's interesting.
Why?
It's interesting, I don't know.
On the scaffolding tonight, so he can tell me something important. Said he wanted to confess something.
So he
That
did.
he's a murderer.
I knew it.
Maybe. But I'd wager someone made him do it. He doesn't seem the type to come up with something like that on his own. I'm planning to go and meet him. Will you come with me?
It will be safer with the two of us. I'll go.
Don't go alone, you horse's ass.
If I'm not down at the bottom, then look for me at the top.
All right.
Well, now we gotta wait till night, so maybe I'll end up riding up to Talmberg anyways. Oh boy.
Yeah.
You just sneeze, you son of a bitch. Sleeping. Sleepy sneezy boy. Adorable. I've been told that cats aren't supposed to sneeze, but like literally all of my cats have sneezed. Who's right? I think that sneezing is probably something pretty normal. Then again, I have never seen a rabbit sneeze.
Yeah.
Ah. Wonder when sunglasses were invented. Like, obviously, it'd be a long time before we get plastic, but, like, there's gotta be some kind of transparent material, like glass or something. Literal dark glasses, they're probably pretty expensive.
Yeah.
A beer bottle. Imagine getting into like a horse accident because the sun blinded you. Probably instant death. Worse than a car. You're gonna get trampled, you're gonna get fucking sat on, you're gonna flash into the other person, you're gonna crush you. His sword's gonna stab the guy. So much that can go wrong. And you won't have a phone to call an ambulance if your leg got broke or something.
Yeah.
And there's no insurance. The only thing keeping these roads safe right now is crippling poverty.
Yeah.
Alright, Rupert.
My humble greetings. How may I serve you?
Here's the cursed stone that caused so much damage.
It's old and weathered. But this isn't my stone.
What?
Oh, I knew that.
This stone isn't from my quarry. See the grain? That's not from the weathering. The stone is from somewhere else. See you later.
Alright, well, that's what I need to know. So, now what? Do I hunt? I need to find roe, red meat, and, boar. All that's right up here. Should be easy. How much of each? 40 boar, 70 deer, and 100 hare. Shit, that's a lot of rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh. Here we are. The pit. The pit, bruv. And the pigs just spawn right on top of me. You love to see it. Like pigs to the slaughter. Did I kill the third one just for safety? Get a pill out of it. Oh, hey, a rabbit. Oh, well. That perk that makes him not run away is fucking busted. All that. I only need to kill one. Oops. Alright, so I gotta hunt some deer and rabbits still. The rabbits are easier to notice when you're on foot. Just gonna walk over here. How much deer did I need? 70? Yeah. Oh. It might still count, I'm not sure. I can't get one dead. Yeah, alright. It's the kind of deer. I guess a roe isn't even a deer, even though it looks like one. Alright, now I need to find some rabbits. Shh! I'm hunting rabbits. Gotta be reshade bugging out. Rabbit. And we are at 65. So like one or two more. Depends how much meat. Should be heading like south. Try to get into the fields. More common. I ain't gonna see nothing from down here. Expecting all the grass to be so dang tall. You gotta mow this lawn. Probably better off in the forest. Need the rabbit. Damn, I thought I heard a hit. See that sumbitch though? Holy shit, he took cover. And this is one evasive motherfucker, Annie. Hiding behind rocks and trees and shit, it's nuts. If I just get on downhill from him. My arrows are all missing. They're shooting drastically off target. Like, I should not be missing from this fucking close. God damn it. Stop! Fucking die. Fuck. Saw it fall in this bush down here. God, that sucked. Oh, I need to kill another rabbit anyways. 3 pieces, are you fucking kidding me? I'm smart. And when the corpse rots off eventually, skin turns to goop, you're just gonna slide right in that hole. Comes back, finishes the job. You don't gotta cut him down, nobody gets sick. find a rabbit. There it is. Hey, bitch. Ah. Yeah, other fucker had like god armor or something. What the hell? EGM'd. Okay, where are we? I didn't wander that far.
Yeah.
Turn all this in.
Yeah.
Call me Henry Hustle Money, Moneymaker McGee.
Yeah. God will reward you.
Oh. I thought this was a town. Okay, I'm sorry to disturb you fine folk.
Yeah.
There's the monastery.
For the kitchen or the field?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's the bathhouse. Yeah, we gotta go like one store over. We've like single-handedly liberated the food economy of this nation. Now all the peasantry's eating meat. No longer is appendicitis a death sentence.
I'm at your service.
I have everything you ordered, Master Butcher.
Excellent. Show me what you've got.
Some of that meat's in significantly worse condition than the other.
Looks good. Here's something for your effort. I think it's time to slow down for a bit. The bailiff will let us off the hook, but I don't want to push things.
Suits me.
Doesn't suit me. I need that money, goddammit. Alright, how is... Got time to do something. Let's check out our treasure maps. It said I opened one. Does that mean that I did it? Hamburg Merhoyed. So it's south of Merhoyed. Looks like there might be a river. Rihanna, there's a well. Amafesh was not in the picture. Ah, must be talking about this. This river, I guess. The river, apparently. Right, just off the triangle. And we follow it to, we find a tree falling over. Well, north is that way, so I rotate the map. And that means that the triangle should be pointing west. Oh, you know what? I'll take a picture. If I was holding this map, I'd rotate it, but I can't do that, so we'll do the next best thing. Okay, and now I rotate it. Whoa! So, Merhoyed is going to be up the road, maybe. Like, that town isn't necessarily Merhoyed. Townburg is the north of where we are looking. And Merhoyed is to the east. So, yeah, what we're actually looking for is, like, way over here. We're somewhere south of Townburg. For a big triangle. It might be this right here. Got like that little side path that turns to Forked River. So yeah, probably like around here-ish. Yeah, we were way off with that first guess, dog. Pretty cool. So if I cross the river out of here, I'll get there quicker. What I'll do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That map was honestly needlessly frustrating. Like, if you're not gonna give me a mechanic to rotate it, then please don't do that to me ever again, for the love of God. I'm following the marker too early, I'm sorry, I got myself lost. We need to head south, down this way, into the river crossing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, now we can follow the marker. It'll be land, not flat land, but land. Sorry, Horso. Alright, there's the tree. So it's a little this way, we should find ourselves a well. We need to find a way to get out there in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the tree, right? I'm not like way far. No, it should have been that. Somewhere over here.
Yeah.
To the map again. Yeah, just a well. That's all we really have to go off of straight ahead from the tree.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Am I on the right side of the river? Yeah, stump side. Ah, the marker is pretty close to the actual spot. So I think if I want to be exact, it should be west, not north, right? Path. Tree. Not a well, but it looks auspicious.
Yeah.
I feel like I've gone too far out.
Yeah.
There's a bucket. No, that would be like on the path to a well, right? Maybe. Follow this trail. Like, what would have made it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there's the well. I didn't think it'd be so disheveled. But somewhere near here. Maybe not necessarily in the well, but... Oh, that's it, alright. Fried mayonnaise armor. Marigold decoction. Probably already know that. Is a different recipe? Who knows? Oh, we did that. That was... Right, treasure map 3. Monastery, Sasau. There's the big river. There's like a little hut. So this is across the river to the west of Sasau's monastery. Like a forked road. Monastery. The Fat River. Maybe somewhere over here. That kind of matches the road, right? No, that's the bridge. So it would just be like a little bit down from the bridge. In the trees. And we got like a bridge-ass bridge. Yeah, I suppose. It might be further down, so obviously not drawn to scale, but... we'll take the long way. Up and around. Ah, I'm stuck. I know the path out of here is like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might end up actually stalling for time, as much as it seems like I'm doing that right now, because Monastery quest is kind of long. It's probably going to take an hour or two. It might go quicker, since I kind of know what I'm doing. I don't really remember the specifics. I just know that, like, I think there was something in the library that helps. There's a way to get lockpicks somehow. And there are guys drinking in the basement. They're probably useful. You know, even just having that much information is good. Until then, you kind of just have to bounce around and do chores until you figure out, like, where the fun stuff is in the monastery, you know? But, it's a time-consuming thing, because you have no idea who the fuck you're looking for. And you lose all your equipment, obviously. So you can't, like, rob everyone right away. Picking pockets might do something for you, but they're all monks. They don't have too many possessions to begin with.
Yeah.
But I do want to get these 3 quests we're working on resolved in this treasure map. I want to rob that guy. I want to finish this murder investigation. Yeah, I need to go further south. I ain't helping with that, guys. Not my fight. Fuck.
Yeah.
Watch where you're going. There's people getting murdered over there, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the dummy thick river. Gonna find ourselves the bridge.
Someone there? You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Alarm!
Don't you alarm me, bitch. Alright, here is a bridge. Chasing me, I'm not fucking with you guys. I'm just passing through, god damn. Alright, so that was the bridge. It looks a lot thicker, more official on the map, but whatever. Somewhere over here, I guess. For a hut. camp, not a hut. Filmy thick tree. Cave. It looks like if I went down from the river, I would find a path leading up to this thing, so maybe I should go back that way. In fact, I'm willing to bet it is somewhere more down, like, fish. That lines up with where I was pointing before, not the scale. Some black trees marked on the map, it could be that. That would match up with what's on the drawing, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And there's a hut. I think I was supposed to go a little further still, but this is the hut. The hell, man? On. In one of these. Figure it out. The weed shed. That was probably it. That looked like a lot of good shit. Check this hut anyway. My chest. Double loot. I wonder if that means that we messed up on the well. Did I say it was in the well, or did it say it was to the side of the well? Yeah, you see? We might have to walk back to that well. bridge. That's the hard part. Done. Oh! Don't get stuck.
Yeah.
Sure, we can make it to the well before sundown, and then we'll like fast travel once it's done. Back to Sasau.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We're almost there. I recognize that patch.
Yeah.
Alright, here's the well. So it said it's somewhere to the side of it, not actually in the well. Seems that there might be more treasure. No, I want that money. Where'd the well go? There. Feel like a dig spot, maybe a chest. I don't know exactly what to look for other than rock looks pretty cool. It very well could have been what was in the well line. There was a lot of fat loot in there. It could have been a red herring. Pile of shit. Somewhere to the north of it. See, that's where my mistake was. I was searching west. I imagine it wouldn't be outside of the hedge line. Man, I might have gotten it. Been hidden in the bushes. I don't see anything resembling a grave. No boxes standing out. Or whatever, we're good. Let's not worry about it. Right, Horso. We will fast travel. We will pass out. Exactly where I want to go. Oh boy, Henry is sleepy.
Oh, Jesus. I could really do with some sleep.
Sure you'd like that, wouldn't you? Oh, that's the wrong house.
Hey, you! Halt!
What? What?
You were seen in the act of lockpick.
No.
You should have thought twice about what...
Don't fuck with me.
Enough! What impertinence is...
But I was just...
This is the one. I shouldn't have even had to lockpick it because I have the keys. Yeah, none of that's what I need. Oh, That's what I need. Brocade. What you call Dave and Buster's. Probably pronounced like Brocada or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, we've got that scaffolding meeting. It's probably gonna attempted murder or some such. And Henry's gotta catch some Z's. That'll probably be a good place to save. And sleeping it will save, so that's how it's gotta be. Then we go into the monastery next time. And then, I don't know how much of the game's left after that. Pretty far in. That's like a point where I think a lot of people drop off because it's difficult to get through, but
I need to lie down before I split my face open.
it's all action stuff, and ideally by then you'd have done most of the side quests like we did, because you need to train your ass off to be fighting shape. So, you know, it's supposed to go by quick by the time you're there. So, I guess it won't for us, because we still got a DLC to go through. Well, it's from the Ashes stuff. Who are you trying to kill? You son of a bitch. Beat you while I'm half asleep, you fucker. Best them handily with my eyes closed. Getting into the church is a very hard block, but Lady Stephanie's was a very hard block too. Is there like a secret, very super hard level after very? Like, how am I supposed to know if I'm able to pick it at all? If that's all it's gonna tell me. Ah! They fucking... Can't see shit.
Don't kill me.
I will kill you. You tried to kill me.
Who are you? I'm just a worker here. He told me that if I take care of you, then he'll forgive my debts. I didn't want to, but he forced me to do it.
Like how he did.
Who sent you? It was the master builder's helper. Young Smola.
What?
It was a setup, oh my god.
He went to the mill nearby when he found out Leshak was hiding out there.
Fuck. What am I supposed to do with you? You tried to kill me.
I was aiming to miss, on purpose. I wanted to scare you off and then say I missed. Don't kill me, please.
Seems a bit extreme. I trust him.
Fine, but I don't want to see you here again.
Thank you.
did miss. I like how he doesn't have a falling animation. He just keeps his legs straight. They break them. Did I mess up when that told me to go during the day, or did I go around? It's something about the nearby hut. Is the bee master builder, or is that Zamola? Alright, I gotta go to the bee. Henry's too sleepy for this shit, man. Stop having a meal first, let that itis set in. Yuck, it's got a monobrow. I'm gonna shit about trespassing. I'm saving lives here. You son of a bitch, you killed him.
That's Leszek, isn't it?
Yes, it's him. I found him. And now I'm taking him to the Sawbones.
So did you drop a stone block on his head too, or did you face up to him like a man?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You wanted to have me killed too, didn't you? But Leszek, you killed yourself.
I tell you, he's not dead. See for yourself.
And run?
Oh, damn, I'm tired.
Fuck!
Piece of shit. Wait for me to turn my back. Evil morals in Bohemia. Yeah, my hunting gloves. Those good. You gotta grab those. You murdered people carrying the freaking Book of Prayers. How dare you? That was a piece of shit. Like a bed I can steal in here. Yeah, a safe bed actually. That's really weird. Eight hours. Yeah, I don't know if I could have stopped him in time or not. I'm assuming I couldn't. I ran there quick enough, maybe, because that notification popped up out of nowhere. Go back to the site during the day. Okay. What? Still fucking sleepy. Come on, man. I slept 8 hours. Oh. It won't matter. We're getting time skipped as soon as we enter the monastery. I just gotta, like, sell our treasure. We already slept, so I guess it doesn't matter. I'll do that before we're done. Wrap up this quest. Don't gotta worry about whatever the fuck we just stole. Hand that to whoever. Or where is the miller that for that quest actually? Like the in Sasso? He's close. I can do that.
Yeah.
Master Builder. Two of your best men are dead. I did figure out who was killing people.
I looked around, and the stone that fell on that man is different from the rest.
Yes, it's very poor. But we have to work with what we've got. We didn't have anything else, and we couldn't wait for more.
That's not what I meant. It's not the same kind of stone that came from Talmberg. Someone must have switched it.
But why would anyone do that?
Well, maybe he was stealing new stone and replacing it with old stuff. Or to sabotage the construction, I don't know.
But the carriage never moved. It rained a lot and we couldn't get any work done, or we'd have been up to our ankles in mud.
So someone had to take it out without being seen?
That huge piece of rock. It would take a few strong men to shift something that size. I know you're trying to help, but someone would have noticed. It couldn't be done without anyone seeing it.
But the Overseer did it.
The skull is a fake. Someone fixed horns on a human skull.
But where would they get a human skull? And why would they do it?
Maybe to frighten the workers? Raise the price?
But that wouldn't help anyone. It had to be some idiot's idea of a prank. An idiot who was nearly responsible for getting a man killed.
Your apprentice is behind it all, Master Builder.
What?
Leszek told me the skull was Zmola's idea, and he was responsible for the bad stone, too, and even worse things.
Good God. Why would the lad do that? I always took good care of him, and... Jesus Christ.
You talking about he murdered a man in cold blood? Form the Overseer. Okay. It's like, was that not the end? I report to the other guy, though.
Yeah.
Yippee.
Yeah.
Okay.
God be with you.
I found the head they dug up near the scaffolding.
And what about it?
Someone put it there on purpose. And the horns are fake. They were stuck on.
I just want to know where
Definitely
this
nothing to do with the
freaking
devil.
skull came from,
So
dog.
someone really is plotting against us. But what does he hope to gain from it?
I don't know, but I'll try to find out. This is the block that fell on it.
And what am I supposed to see? I don't know anything about stuff.
This stone isn't from Talmberg.
Someone from here? We have guards, and a wagon full of stone isn't something you can haul around single-handed.
I'm telling you, it's not from the Talmberg quarry. I'll find out who's behind it.
Right,
It was
we
young
did it.
Zmola.
What?
What?
Zmola's the one responsible for all the thefts and death. He tried to kill me and Leszek, and God knows who else.
Sweet Jesus. Where is he now?
Dead. I killed him in self-defense.
So is that the end of it, do you think?
It looks that way. Leszek was helping him, but he's dead. So things should settle down from now on.
God bless. Even so, we'll have to reconsecrate the monastery. Good luck to you.
What the hell was that?
Reconsecrate. That's the first thing you're worried about, and not burying these poor people.
Yeah.
Did he even pay me? I don't think he did. Cheap son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Or I probably would have still done that. Satisfy my own curiosity. But I put my life on the line, somebody's gotta pay me some. Aside from what I took from the corpses. That was very not Christian of me. Oh, you know what? I did finish my time at Portia. It's like too late to talk about it, but I'm gonna have to add that to our list. I didn't finish it. I'm still playing it, but like I got to the end of the main story. Like, I saw credits. So I think that's a good enough point to start talking about it, because I don't expect too much new content to show, though there is some. Neat.
What do you need?
I have that cloth for you.
Oh, excellent. Here's your reward.
Alright.
Would you have any work for me?
Yes, I might have. It all depends if you like beer.
Do you plan to send me for some, or to rob a brewery?
I want the recipe. The landlord in Ushitz makes a brew that could earn a man a pretty sum of
Pretty
money.
damn far.
If only he had a mind to share it. But he doesn't. You'll go there and pinch his recipe. Although he can't read, he had the scribe write it down for him. But you'll have to hunt around for the sheet.
Why did he have it written down for himself if he can't read? Just asking for your formula to be stolen.
I can't see you hanging up your miller's apron and starting to brew beer. But I'll bring you that recipe.
Fine. Just don't be too long about it.
I've got some goods here.
All right. God be with you.
Read this one yet? I will sell him book junk thing. It is unpopular die. I have like chalices and stuff? There it is. And this guy will get most of our stuff. I think he's giving me a shitty price. Necklace is real valuable. Those are rare. Guess we're good. I get that much. That's my wealth. Oh, he doesn't have... I thought that was reversed. Okay, shit. I don't care how much money I have. I mean, his to be front and center. Take these back. And... There. I'll haggle him for everything he's got.
Hi.
Cool. Guess we're good.
Yeah.
Just gotta get ourselves back to the tavern, and that will be a save point.
Yeah.
Money did we get? 2.3 thousand. I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I need to recruit the fucking armor smith. I gotta do that before I forget about it. They already did their quest, so they should just come right along, I'd think.
Yeah.
Do that little shack over there. Shut up, horse. I'll ride you into the ground, into the grave.
Greetings.
I'd like to make you an offer. Have you heard about Pribyslavin?
Oh, aye. I heard something about that.
I'm bailiff there, and I'm rebuilding. We just finished building the armorsmith's workshop, and I need a skilled craftsman there.
Meaning me? You're a godsend. It's about time I handed over the trade to the youngster. Only I'm loath to put down the hammer as long as I've got the strength to wield it. The forge is my life. And this offer of yours, well, how could I say no? You'll take me then?
Hell yeah, bro. I'll take you if you pay. Whoa.
Well, I'm considering it. Have to say, though, there's a lot of other fellas just begging me for the job. I even had one armorsmith come all the way from Kuttenberg, and he offered me a pile of groschen.
Ah, you don't want to give the job to a stranger? I've got a bit of silver put aside for my old age. You can have it if you'll take me. Here you are.
Retirement money? Okay.
Glad to have you in my service.
Thank you, Master Bailiff. I'll go and take a look at this new forge of yours. That is, mine, right? See you later.
Oh, 500, baby. Hey.
Yeah.
Eesh. Fuck. You've ever fallen off the horse so much in this whole playthrough. Nourishment, or rent out a room. And then we infiltrate the monastery next time.
Huh. I'm glad to see you. Take care now.
Carl. So many men here. None of them are the innkeeper.
Can I sleep here?
Certainly. For how long?
Just the one.
All right.
Here you are.
You'll like it.
And sleeping on a cloud it is. Yeah. Throw my crap away. Read the book. And I did those treasure map 3, 5, and it was the Adam lights. Yeah. Okay. Gonna time skip us when we start the quest, so might as well get as rest as possible at first. Ugh. And we will take care of that sometime next week. I don't know, I feel like this was kind of a boring thing. Too much action didn't happen today. We just hunted treasure, we hunted. And we did that quest. Which did end in murder, but that was like the only kill. Still, we are ready for progress. Like how much side quests do we really have left? We're progressing. This we're probably not finishing. We already fought them. Tried to do that. This is a mini game. These are all just activities, they aren't really quests at all. Scouts is still pretty dangerous, so we might be able to handle that. We stole the book. We did steal the book. That was a whole saga of this I forgot about. It would have taken us at least a half hour. I don't know if I got both parts. That's the thing. Like, I might have to sneak back in, but I will check with that guy to see if I have it or not. Or we might check while we're there. I'm sure I'm gonna have to rob something. Yeah, we've got this masquerade quest, which apparently I didn't get progressed to the phase where I'm supposed to steal the armor. I must have died and just not picked it back up. That's a thing. Like, otherwise the map's pretty clear, you know? We just got that one... This. I don't even know what this is. It says quest giver. I think that's Nicodemus, but he doesn't want to give me the quest. Maybe it's for later on. And I thought there was something over here, but that was hands, I guess. And yeah, like we've almost done all of them. This has to be the Adventures of Hands, right? Because I don't know what else there is. Unless that happens after I've gone to church. Anyways, that's enough talking. I just think that we're zeroing in on the story. Like, things will pick up soon. And I would hope that we have like 10 or less sessions of this left. Only like a month or two. So, you know, that's good. I'm excited to get to Psychonauts. Not that I'm not enjoying this. And yeah, I will see y'all in a week. Apologize for the internet dropping at some point. The whole thing is going to YouTube since it's passively recorded in the background anyways. Those are a bit behind though, I'm sorry. Whenever I skip a week, I don't upload 2 of them, because I know that they're even less likely to get watched. Not that it matters, oh boy. Yeah, bye guys. See you in a week.